And I'm like, hey, my people, my people, my people. Welcome back. It's your girl, Devon, and welcome to another Sunday Live. This is my third live, guys. And today, I'm going to just tell you a couple tips on how to schedule your baby feed. I don't know how loud my background is, but the TV is playing there, and I'm cooking. So, mamas, what are you up to? First, my son is sleeping. Most of y'all know I have a toddler, right? I can't believe this. You look right. Oh my lord! Most of y'all know that I have a toddler. Yes, he sleeps during the day. He sleeps between 12:30 to 1, and he's currently sleeping at the moment. So yes, I just say I would come here a quick and give you all some tips on how to schedule your newborn sleep. Because I know during the years, a lot of mothers, new mothers, mothers in general, always have difficulty scheduling their baby sleep, having issue with their baby sleeping throughout the night, and that's one concern for most mothers. Everyone always wants a full night rest after having a newborn at home. So the first tip, wow, give me 1 minute. Sorry about that, guys. As mothers, we are trying to multitask. So, as I told you before, I was cooking. Well, I am cooking, and my son is sleeping. So I just said I would come here and do a quick live today. So the first tip about scheduling your baby feed is that, sorry, scheduling your baby sleep is that first you have to make sure that the baby is eating on a schedule. A lot of moms is not a scheduled mom. Some moms are feed on the go. It's more harder to schedule a baby sleep when you are doing feed on demand than when you're doing a scheduled feed. So if you want to schedule your baby sleep, the first thing you have to do is schedule your baby feed. So if the baby is on a 7 to 7 schedule or the baby eats, please turn on that. or, or the baby eats every 2 hours, then in the night it will be more easier for you to get the baby on a schedule. So as a newborn baby, 2 weeks or older, to start scheduling the baby, first thing you have to do is when the baby gets up at 7 or 8 in the night to eat, instead of you playing with the baby, engaging with the baby, and turning bright lights on, it's best to dim all the lights. Make sure you set the night mode. So you prepare the baby for bed and you get into a schedule with the baby. So if you sleep, if the baby is in a bassinet or a crib, you set up the crib where the baby start getting in a routine where the baby know at this point at time when he or she sees this is going on with her or him, he knows what time it is, it's time for bed. So you start doing the little schedules like that. First you get them in the mood, and then you have to also train them and let them know night within night different from day. So at this point, when you want the baby to start sleeping at putting the baby down to bed for the night, whether 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the night, or even 10 o'clock, depends on you, the mother, what time you choose to go to bed. Finally, it will be easier for you to go and schedule the baby that way. So then he or she will know what time it is. So if the baby normally sleeps, if you want the baby to go down at 8, you give the baby his or her bottle or breastfeed finally at 8, and you put the baby to bed. So when the baby gets up, you should also note how long the baby take their first rest. So if the baby sleep for 6 hours, normally a newborn, it's the longest a newborn will sleep is for 6 hours. So the baby goes down at 8. Then the baby will get up at around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, maybe 2 or 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. You wouldn't be playing with the baby. You wouldn't trying to engage the baby in any way or form, guys. The first thing you do is just change the baby diaper, feed the baby, and put the baby straight back down to bed. That's the one way of getting the baby sleeping through the night. So when you do this in routine, night after night, then the baby will know that during this point in time, it's not playtime, it just eats and sleep. And gradually, if you want the baby go do longer stretches, if you see the baby gets up and barely eats, not eating a full meal, but picking maybe sucking 2 ounces of the breast, or maybe only sucking one breast for the 15 minutes or even 10 minutes, then you know that this baby doesn't really need a feed at this hours at this time either. He or she can go longer. So instead of feeding, oh, thank you, Mr. Taylor. Thank you for tuning in. Please share the live also and keep tuned. Thank you so much, my brother. Um, as I was saying, instead of you picking up the baby, engaging with the baby at this time, you put on the baby and make sure that the baby is sleeping. Do not pick up the baby after. And as I said before, if you see when you schedule the baby and put the baby down and the baby get back up, if you see where the baby doesn't necessarily need a feed at this time of night, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, if he or she continues to get up, what you can do is not to feed the baby, but pat the baby to bed or rock the baby to bed. Some person is afraid of rocking the baby because they don't want to pick up this habit, or they don't want the baby to give them a pacifier because they don't want that habit of a pacifier either. But look for something that is comforting to you as a parent, and look for something that is comforting to the baby. So give the baby some type of comfort, some type of security. Make sure that they know that somebody is there, because sometimes babies just get up just to ensure that somebody is with them and they're not alone either. So not necessarily only for food, baby do get up just to ensure that they have company and they are not alone. Another tip is to get your baby sleeping through the night is feeding them, giving them more feed. So if your baby is a bottle feed baby, what you can do at night, if you normally give the baby 4 ounces in the day, for the last feed for the night, you can also give the baby, example, 5 ounces if he or she will take it or more. You will feed the baby at a ounce more or an ounce and a half more based on how much feed you feed the baby during the day. So this would give them a longer stretch during the night, and of course with this routine they will definitely be sleeping throughout the night in no time. From experience, for me, with my second child, I was more experienced. I was doing babies. I was a baby nurse then. So my son was sleeping into the night from he was 2 weeks old. I didn't have a problem with him during the night. I don't have a problem with him even now during the night. I could put him to bed, leave him anytime. I just choose not to leave my children anywhere. But I from 8 o'clock in the night come to 5 o'clock in the morning, I can do anything I want because I know that my son will be sleeping when he's around me. He's very scheduled sleeping. It works for me, and I guarantee you, Mama, it can definitely work for you, and you will be getting back your sleep in no time. A lot of my friends will say they can't get their baby to sleep in the night. They don't know how the baby is sleeping through the night. They are very tired at work. They can't function during the day because they was up all night with the baby. If the baby is not sick, is not colicky, and even sometimes when babies are colicky, that doesn't really prevent them from sleeping. It does sometimes, but that's not always the case. Sometimes when the baby is colicky, if you just put the baby on your tummy and give your baby tummy time a little in the night and give them a little medicine in no time. Burp the baby more often. Burp the baby every ounce or every half an ounce, and that will prevent a lot of colic from happening. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Titus. You're most welcome. I appreciate you for coming and joining us today. Please stay tuned and share the live. Yes, I appreciate it. You loving my program. Well, I try to educate as much young persons as possible on this program. I've yet to do a Q&A and the background and give you some more insights of where I get all my experience from with the babies and so forth. But I think this program is very necessary, especially for young persons because I'm very young and I am a mother of two. And with my first child, I didn't have no experience at all. I made a lot of mistakes. While with my second child, I had more experience. I was able to schedule my baby sleep better. I was able to schedule my baby feeding better, and I was able to schedule my baby holistic development much better. I'm an early childhood teacher by profession, and I have a lot of training also with babies because I'm a baby nurse. So as I was saying, that's a second tip about scheduling your baby throughout the night. A third tip about scheduling your baby for a longer sleep throughout the night is giving your baby a dream feed. So the dream feed now is not necessarily waking the baby up, but before the baby gets up for a feed. So if you put down your baby from 8 p.m. and you know that the baby normally gets up like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., before the baby gets up like 12:30, 12:40, you get up before the baby, prepare the baby for feeding, and then give the baby a bottle at that time. And again, give the baby an extra ounce. So the baby won't wake up, the baby will just eat and fall back to sleep instead of waking up for a feed. That would be the dream feed. And a lot of mother practice the dream feed to get their baby sleeping at night. Some mothers, when they go to bed like 12 a.m., instead of going straight to bed, even if the baby is sleeping at this time, when they're going to their bed at 12 or 11:30, they will give their baby another bottle, and that would of course push them off to sometime even 4 a.m. in the morning. Another thing is, what to get your baby sleeping through the night, do not wake your baby. A lot of persons say the baby have to eat at night. No baby is going to sleep and is hungry, guys. So if the baby is not awake, you don't have to wait the baby to eat. Make sure the baby belly is full. Make sure he or she's okay. Make sure all the breathing is great. Make sure the baby is in a good position. A lot of person don't recommend the baby sleeping on the tummy, so make sure the baby is in a good position, not could put anything on his or her face or anything like that. And if the baby is not awake, do check on the baby throughout the night, but not necessarily wake the baby. This is also a great way to schedule your baby sleep for the night, because sometimes the babies, they're up all day and they sleep less during the day and they sleep more at night. While some mothers would say the baby is hungry and continue to schedule the baby feed and want to feed them every 3 hours, even at night. This don't have to be the case, and they don't have to necessarily get a feeding throughout the night. So um oh, I'm alive. So that's, sorry guys, my phone was just ringing. I was thinking if I should answer yes or no, but I chose not to because of course I'm live. So as I was saying that you don't have to necessarily wait the baby, and it's best not for you to wait the baby at all. Just let the baby be and sleep and wake up when he or she's ready. And then when he or she wakes up, if you're not doing a dream feed, then feed the baby then and put them straight back to bed if it is not yet for them to wake up. It's good to schedule your baby sleep, because you as mother, it saves you from depression, it saves you from anxiety. You get a good night's rest. You are ready for the baby in the morning. You get up. You are not drowsy. You can't bother. You can't deal with them. And as young people, as young parents in general, sometimes getting up is really hard for us. I'm a morning person. I'm not a night person. So getting up for me is very easy in the morning. But a lot of mothers out there, getting up for them in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, to take care of a newborn or a baby in general is very difficult. So once you schedule your baby sleep, you'll be more relaxed and ready in the morning when they are up. So scheduling your baby feed and sleep is very, very important and necessary. Any question, anybody on the live? Want to share anything? No, yes. Those three tips will definitely get your baby sleeping throughout the night, guys. No? How is your Sunday going? As I said, my Sunday is just another Sunday for a mother. I'm at home. My children, but my kids are not here, but my son is here. And again, I'm just cooking. Say, I would give you some tips on how to schedule your baby sleep for the night. And that's basically it for me today. I know a couple Sunday I was talking to you all and I was telling you that I had exam. My exam is finally over for my semester one. I'm gonna start semester two soon. Yes, I'm fine. I'm in my final year of college, and that's also so. Sometimes as mother, we have to multitask because I'm still studying. You know, I'm a mother. I do this program. I do YouTube, and I choose babies because I see where there's a lot of information needed, a lot of knowledge is needed when where child growth and development is, and persons don't really take the time out to know, and it doesn't come with a manual. When you know you go to school for to be a doctor, you go to school to be a nurse, you go to school to be a garbage collector, you go to school to be a janitor, you go to school to be a chef, to be everything, but you don't go to school to be a parent, and parenting itself is a hard job and a difficult job because they don't come with a manual. Sometimes we as parents can say we love our child, but at the end of the day, we are spoiling that child. A lot of persons say my toddler is spoiled, but when I do talk to him, he listens, and that's the key. I don't have to necessarily hit him. I just talk to him and he listens. But sometimes, he gets very clingy. He wants mommy, 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 mommy most times. But another person says, spoil. I don't think so. But they are outside looking in. So, guys, thanks for joining my live. I'm going to end now. I see you next week in another live. And I'm sorry, I know that I said I'm going to post every week. However, I'm having some device issues, but hopefully this week it will be corrected. I will see you in my next video. It's your girl Devon, and thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Share my live if you haven't shared it already, and you can go and watch my videos, and I hope it is very informative. Please leave a comment in the comment section below if you want to know anything or if you have any questions relating to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next week Sunday to enjoy your Sunday. Bye.